Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. So today is May 7th, 2025, at least when I upload this. And that officially marks 8 years of me making content. I started 8 years ago today. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you for allowing me to have my dreams come true. So in honor of that, I feel like I should do something a little special. So we're redoing my most popular video ever, which is my Madeleine McCann reading that I did 5 years ago. It has 429K views. I know I've never hit over 500K, let alone a million yet. We're manifesting. It'll happen one day. But yeah, so I cannot watch this video. Watching myself from like 5 years ago or even longer is just very cringe and very hard. I definitely am way better at what I do now, and I figured out the formula. And yeah, let's see if I can maybe get a little bit more information on the disappearance of Madeleine McCann and maybe a little more information on the suspects. I know there was an update in 2020. So remember, these readings are all legend friend tapers only, and let's get started. If you guys like this, make sure you join the YouTube members. It's linked down below. There are multiple tiers. There's a join button down below. Tons of exclusive readings you will not get anywhere else. I've done a ton on like Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn and so much other stuff. Celebrities making pacts with demons, stuff like that. If you like extra videos on hell, just join. You don't want to miss out. All right. Okay. It's been a while since I've done a true crime. All right. So let's look at Madeleine McCann. What happened? Suspects. That's actually crazy that the death card is the card that I pulled for what happened. Okay. That's usually not that literal, but okay. Okay, so the Six of Cups is reversed. So that's Six of Cups is the past reversed. Six of Cups is also sometimes like child, like mother to child. So it being reversed makes sense. She was left alone. And the High Priestess is trust. So to me, I need clarification. Temperance. Okay, so temperance is patience. So that means somebody was waiting for the right opportunity, High Priestess. They were waiting for the right opportunity. But the Six of Pentacles is reversed, which is a breaking of commitment. So I can tell you whoever did this said they were going to be somewhere else that they weren't. It's an opportunistic energy. The Six of Pentacles is also currency. High Priestess. Seven of Pentacles, justice. What's weird is the Temperance card means there had to have been talks about this person. This person has to have been like, there had to have been whispers, like someone who people were suspecting was guilty. It's interesting, well, or maybe just locals. It's hard to tell with that card how widespread the information was. But what's interesting is High Priestess is about trust. It's strange to me that I'm pulling cards of someone that would be... Okay, let me explain to you what this would mean. High Priestess would mean that this is somebody that is close to the family in some way or close to wherever they were staying. So let me give you a few examples of what that could mean. That could be like one of the parents' coworkers' friends. Or it could be someone where they were staying, like the hotel employees. They were staying at a hotel employee's friend or something. There's something related. I'm inclined to believe that it has to be someone who had access to wherever she was staying. This is someone who could maybe be let into the door or let in through a car. Just someone who was given access. Now, I don't know if it was a direct, like that doesn't necessarily mean that they were directly given access or they were just a familiar face and so they were trusted. High Priestess means they were trusted. So that could be like someone who like you've never suspected them of doing anything, so you didn't think it was weird that they were there. Or maybe they needed to get into a room and you're like, oh, okay, I know you're staying here. I'll let you into the room, but you end up being able to break into Madeleine's room. Do you see what I mean? So there has to have been some level of familiarity or quote unquote trust that got this person into the door or into the area to where you wouldn't suspect it. Does that make sense? So it's a little confusing, but hopefully that makes sense. Now, Hierophant is about following through with a plan. Justice card, and Seven of Pentacles. Once again, there is some level of, there's a methodical approach about this. Like, this is not a random act. I don't believe this is a random act. This is very thought out, very planned. And Temperance to me also indicates that there should be two people, one person communicating. Again, Temperance card would be like if you were the front desk of a hotel and you were able to tell who was in what, you know, what do you call that? Who was in what room, right? So what's interesting too is that the Seven of Pentacles and the Justice card to me is like a little bit of blackmail. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. See what I mean? It's weird. Nine of Swords and Eight of Wands. It's like if someone were to do something for blackmail, but they took it a step further. Wait a minute. Wait. There's two things going on at once. See, this is why I like to read you old readings, because I've gotten better at this and I've realized when wires are crossing. 5 years ago, I would have never been able to distinguish this difference. So, okay, so the Six of Swords is the travel card. That makes sense. They were traveling. The Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. I think that all edge of friendshippers only. I think that there was a plan to rob them. I think there was a plan to take something from wherever they were staying or wherever they were at. To me, there's a methodical approach. That's where the trust breaking is. It's like if I were to direct you to go somewhere to like steal something or take something from people, okay? And that's why it feels like there's someone close to them or someone that was trusted that broke that trust, right? That's what that piece is. So I don't know what part of that. I don't know if it's the hotel they were staying at, if they were even staying in a hotel. I don't know if it's just someone on the street. I don't know. But there's some form of like, someone here was trying to direct someone to do something. So basically what I see is like someone as a lookout, okay? Someone who was scouting them out, someone who could even have introduced themselves to them, telling someone else to go and do something. So for me, it's like it reminds me of like a ring, like a scammer ring. Like if two people were like, okay, I'm going to give you, the people that you can rob, and then you're going to rob them. And that's what it feels like to me, because it feels like the initial intent to me feels like it was money motivated. It feels like it was money motivated. It feels like it was either robbing or blackmail. Okay. Those the two that stick out to me. And so 5 years ago, I would have been like, oh my God, that's like, there's some sort of like, they're in cahoots. Like, oh my God, they're trying to take that girl and sell her for money, whatever. But Ant in 2025 is able to distinguish the cross wires. I think that someone acted rogue. I don't know if I believe that someone was trying to sell his girl for money or anything like that. I don't know if I necessarily believe that the parents are all that involved. Okay, I can see why it looks that way, because when I read the tarot, I could see that. And without all the experience, that I could understand why that would look that way. But what I think happened is whoever got there into that place that she was staying, whoever got into the building changed their mind when they saw her. So it's almost like they went in there to get blackmail or to steal something or rob them, whatever, and then they saw her there and took an opportunity. That is bone chilling. Because look at this. So the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups is acting on emotional impulse and getting obsessive about something. And then the Six of Swords is reversed, which again, that's the travel card, but that's about not being able to change. So it's almost like if someone had a compulsion to do something and they couldn't stop it, they had an emotional compulsion. Well, I'll leave it there. I think you guys understand this case pretty well. So I feel like I need to explain anything that happened in this case. You guys know it already. But the Hermit's reversed, the Moon is upright, and the Two of Pentacles. See what I mean? So again, we have Pentacles. I'm just very proud of myself for being able to get better at doing this. So the Hermit is reversed. So again, that's like pulling her out of her home, right? That makes sense. The Moon is about deception, though. That's lies. And the Two of Pentacles is an uneven exchange, and it's money cards. So you left empty-handed. Why did you leave empty-handed? Because you took something else. You took her. Two of Pentacles is reversed. So again, the intent here, I believe, was to grab something of theirs for ransom, blackmail, or money. And then somebody couldn't resist when they saw her, which is horrible. See, the Three of Wands is reversed, and the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Wands is reversed too. So to me, the Three of Wands is like being separated from your family, and the Knight of Wands. I can tell you this: I'm telling you, someone around the family at that time knows exactly what happened, but refuses to say anything because the plan was originally something else, and this person that they were working with went rogue. That's what I think happened. And, you know, we may never get the full truth on this story. And if they ever get the suspect, they may lie about it. But this is what I believe is happening. I think this is where the money is coming into play, because it went from a scheme to, oh shit, this person went rogue and did something crazy. That's really what I think happened. That's why I see blackmail. That's why I see all this whatever. Because the initial intent versus what actually happened were two different things. So when I'm in this energy, I can see the motivation, but what I did not realize the last time is that there are two different motivations here. One is the original motivation, and two is the motivation that switches when he sees the little girl. It's messed up. World upright, Four of Wands reversed, and Three of Swords reversed. I also... The World? Four of Wands. I also feel like somebody knew that they were going to be there. That's why I'm like, there's something weird about this plan. Someone knew they were going to be there before they were. It's like if someone was able to get their travel plans or something. I don't understand what that... I'm not quite understanding that. See, Chariot reverse, Ten of Swords, and Ace of Cups. That's a betrayal. It's almost like if you worked with someone that gave information or spilled information. Think of it like, I think inside job is a bit dramatic, but think of it like someone you know or someone you work with or something like that. I feel like had a hand in trying to get them either robbed or stolen or something from as well. I mean, I guess it could be a case of like two things happening at the exact same time as well. But I feel like there's somebody knew that they were going there. That's why I'm like, there's somebody that knew that they were going to be on that trip beforehand that I feel like has a role to play in this as well. And I'm wondering if it's somebody that someone works with or something. It's weird. That part's weird. I can't really grasp that one, but I guess I would really need to look over the case, go over all the details, which I don't know if it's, I don't know if that's even going to help. And this is something that I don't think I'd be able to decipher unless I like literally was like knee deep in all the information, interviewing people, you know what I mean? So I'll just leave that alone. But Judgment card, Nine of Wands, and Two of Cups. Remind me, was this the case where the parents gave the girl sleeping pills or something? Or is that a different case? See, I probably should have looked that up. Judgment, Nine of Wands, and Two of Cups. I definitely think the parents were overwhelmed. Look at that. Nine of Wands, Judgment card, and Two of Cups. Definitely overwhelmed. Parents were definitely overwhelmed. Feel like it looks like the parents are overwhelmed and burnt out. Judgment card, Nine of Wands. Like there's a lot of chaos. Like it's really difficult. I don't know how old she was, but maybe she was like in that stage where like they're hyperactive and they're like they require a lot of attention or something. I'm not sure, because the Two of Cups is like them. I see them being like exhausted and needing a break and needing me time, like them just needing a timeout. I'm wondering if that's why she was alone in the room. Or was she even alone? See, I don't really remember all the details, but there's just this feeling of them being burnt out and at their wits' end. I don't really see them in the right frame of mind. It seems like they're really just like zombies. Like, it's like if you were sleep deprived, jet lagged, stressed out, tired, and just needed a break. It's very strange. Five of Cups reverse. Correct me if I'm wrong on the information in this case, by the way. I'm open to be wrong. Five of Cups reverse, Page of Wands reverse, and Two of Wands. I also think the parents were fighting. Two of Wands, there was a lot of fighting. And I think they also didn't want to fight around her, but they were fighting. I don't know if they were bickering over something serious or not. Could just be tired, but there's a little bit of argument too. I also don't think that the two of them trusted each other after this, which is kind of sad. But I get it. Okay. Devil card reversed, Six of Wands, and Strength reversed. I will tell you this. This is what I'll leave it on. Whoever did this because of a compulsion. They did this for superficial reasons. I'm trying to be diplomatic with my words here because I don't want to get censored. And Strength card went to reverse, and Devil card tells me this person has a lot of, what's the word? Oh, I want to be careful with how I word this because I don't want to get in trouble, but they have trouble being vulnerable or exposed. Think of it like someone who has shame. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Joe from You when he's like, when one of the girls exposes him and he like freaks out and loses his mind. There's this person like does not want, it's like they have a compulsion to do things that are not okay. And when they feed that addiction or compulsion, they have this feeling of like shame, and that's when they become violent or aggressive and then try to hide whatever's going on in a psychopathic way. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. So I just feel like this person is, I mean, evil is an understatement with the Devil card, but I would say that they are cold and severely messed up in the head. I'm just gonna leave it there. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully you guys understand. I'm trying to be respectful while also being honest with what I see. I hope one day she gets justice, but if she doesn't, just know that no, I want her to get justice. I'm not even gonna be nice. I want her to get justice. She deserves to have justice. So I'm not even gonna be diplomatic about it. She deserves justice. So hopefully this helps a little bit. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I did my best. And I love you guys. So here's to another 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of me doing this. Love you guys. Bye. It was actually way harder than I expected. In this case, is way more complicated. And now I'm sitting here like, I maybe need to do more research and do a part 3.